Hello everyone, this is section 5.1 of geometry, and we're going to learn how angle measures of a triangle are related. So we're going to be using a lot of theorems today, so make sure you pause the video as we go so you can get them written down. So the first thing we need to do is be able to classify these triangles. We've got 3 different types and then 4 different angle types. So first type is a scalene. That means none of your sides are congruent. They're not the same length. Then you have isosceles where 2 of them are the same, and equilateral where all 3 sides are the same. Now notice or remember that we mark congruent sides using these little tick marks. So this is 2 tick marks, or 2 congruent sides, and 1, 2, 3 congruent sides. Now there's 4 types of triangle angles. We have acute, right, obtuse, and equal angular. Just a reminder that acute means our angle is less than 90. That's acute. Right is when the angle equals 90. That's right. And when our angle is greater than 90, we're obtuse. So, again, take a second, pause this video if this is something that you want to write down to have. Now, again, like I said, we're going to be using different rules today to solve for parts of a triangle. The first one, and the one we actually use probably the most often, is triangle sum theory. And this just says all interior angles, that means inside, of a triangle add to be 180 degrees. So angle 1, or A, angle B, and angle C all add together to be 180. So that's the interior angle sum theorem, or the triangle sum theorem. All inside angles add to be 180. Now again, pause this if you need it, but we're going to keep going on. The next one we're going to use is the exterior angle theorem. And this says your exterior angle, or angle on the outside, is equal to the sum of your opposite interior angles. So essentially, if I have some exterior angle 1, that's going to be equal to A plus B. And that's the exterior angle theorem. So when we start solving these, we've got to pay attention to which theorem are we going to need to use. So let's go ahead and try these out. So what you need to decide is, do we have an interior or an exterior angle? Here we have an exterior angle because we're finding J, K, M. Well, exterior angle theorem says our exterior angle, 2x minus 5, is equal to the sum of the opposites. So x plus 70. And now this is an algebra problem. Use DCM SADMEP to solve. Add 5 to both sides. 2x. Sorry, I forgot to move first. Wow, I broke my own rule. Subtract x, subtract x. X minus 5 equals 70. Add 5, and x is 75. But we don't want to find x. Well, we do, but that's not our ultimate goal. Our ultimate goal is to find JKM. Well, JKM equals 2x minus 5, which is 2x times 75 minus 5, which is 150 minus 5, which is 145. And there we go. We're done. We used the exterior angles theorem to get our equation. We solved the equation. We plugged it in to get what we wanted. Now, we've got one more rule or theorem that we're going to look at, and this is the corollary to the triangle sum theorem. And all this says is, if you have a right triangle, all non-right angles add to be 90. So in here our non-rights are A and B, so I know they add together to be 90. So let's look at one with that. So number 4 has that, and then we'll look at number 3. I know it's kind of weird to do 4 before 3, but that's just what we're going to do. So this is a right triangle. So our corollary says your non-right angles, 2x and x minus 6, add together to be 90. DCM SADMAP to solve this. So we combine the 2x and the x to get 3x. Now we add 6, and we get 3x equals 96. Divide by 3, and you get x is 32. Plug that into here, and you get 2 times 32, or 64. Then you get 32 minus 6, which is 26. And there are our answers. So let's just look at one more before we head on out of here. We've got our exterior angles theorem here because I have an exterior angle. Now remember, the rule is your exterior angle, 5x minus 10, equals the sum of your opposite interiors, or the sum of these two angles, your opposites that are inside. DCM SADMAP, so I move the 3x. Now I have 2x minus 10 equals 40. Add 10, add 10. 2x equals 50. Divide by 2, and x is 25. So we want to find the measure of angle 1. So I plug some stuff in, and this one's a little difficult because we're going to have to remember the interior angles sum theorem, or triangle sum theorem. So this is 75. 3 times 25 if you're not sure where that came from. But I know all of these should add to be 180. So I know 40 plus 75 plus angle 1 equals 180. That's the triangle sum theorem. Now I just solve. And angle 1 equals 65. Okay. So those are some properties that we're going to be using later to help us solve for some triangles. So I hope this video is helpful as always. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.